So, another Ara team game, and it is once again mirrored once more. And however, will it be mirrored across the flanks? To break it all down, we'll introduce the players then. So it's going to be let's find the flank. I always find it I always sometimes get it wrong, so I'll make sure I get it right this time.
Just hit Alt G and then.
Oh yeah, it's always a great idea. Oh, you're so on the spot. Yeah. So it is. I'm actually looking at Vinchester, I think. Yeah, I'm looking at Vinchester, and I believe he is playing on the flank. That's good to know.
These
That's good.
civs, do we think they were picked?
Oh yeah, that's
It's weird
actually
to have-
true. Vikings, Huns,
If
man.
it is some sort of random map pack, no, it's just Arabia. Like if this was full random or something, I'd say that they'd pick those civs. But no, they wouldn't have done. It's just very strong civs to get.
Yeah, I picked Arabia. Maybe I'll ask Vinchester because I speak to him a couple of occasions here and there. God, that sounds so awful of me. I sound like a name dropper. Yeah, guys, I talk to Vinchester here and there. Really, all I ask Vinchester is like, what's the password to this room or whatever. So really, it's not like we're best buds. Oh God.
I don't think they'll be picked based on the fact that the last game wasn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't pick Vikings and Aztecs for Arabia. It's just that they're very strong civs.
You wouldn't pick Korean like just for like the sole reason for having your pocket. Like anyway, so players we got Vinchester on the flank. Looks like pretty much same teams. A couple of changes though, but gonna see Vinchester playing as Aztec on the flank. In the pocket position, who's supporting is Ariat playing as the Viking pocket. In the other pocket position for their team, we got Hashuki, who's joined their team, it seems. He's going to be playing as the main pocket. And to round it all off, we're going to have to support his flank, it's going to be Repard playing as the Huns. And what about the other side, Tony? What we got?
Viking, the better, if, to put it simply. The positions are better, so they have Viking flank on the bottom with Hun pocket, Valas the pocket, and Kai'Sa the flank, which is obviously far better than Viking pocket and Hun flank. And then the other pocket is the Aztecs, which is worse, I guess. So that's Ashbringer and Mayan flank, Waslauf. So it's interesting that they have both Meso Sibs on the same side
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of the world team, Ashbringer and Waslauf. So we're going to see no knights on that side for them.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun. So let's break it down a little bit here because we are going to be seeing main pocket for Hashuki, and he'll be up against, of course, the Han pocket. Now, I find this matchup can be quite interesting, but also very difficult. I feel for the main pocket a little bit because you've got a castle, you've got to go for playing the Archer's route, and by that time, the Han pocket's probably got a similar uptime or maybe an earlier uptime. And he's already got knights streaming to either the flank, well, pretty much most likely the flank, and putting a lot of pressure down. It's tough, especially at this sort of higher level. Like I find, it's not really much your fault either. It's just how it's going. You have to rely on your flank to have a really good start, basically, to be able to balance it out. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think they should sling. I don't know if they will, but they should sling.
What the main pocket should sling, or
Hashuki should sling.
yeah, Ashuki should sling. Okay.
Should sling Repard. If they're playing, 100% to try and win, that's the best thing they can do. He has a really good map for it as well.
There's about a comment on the map. I mean, he's got just two locations to wall off, well, maybe three if you include the other side of the cliff. But
He walls 3 little spots. Then
Yeah.
He has 2 gold piles. He has a main stone. He has quite a lot of wood.
and,
It's all safe.
and again, it's main cheaper walls. Just easy as really, isn't it? So can make it a bit more simpler than that. So yeah, a sling could be
I'm
an
gonna stay
option.
on their team so I can see the chat to see if they talk about this possible sling.
Mhm.
No one's mentioned it so far, I don't think.
Okay, so we've got also on the other side though, we've got Vinchester playing, Aztec against the Mayans on flank. Now, looks like Vinchester's got a pretty decent start. He's got some boards between taking in. He's got to be careful. Okay, it's nice. He's pushed some deer in very nicely as well, so it's looking alright for him. What do you
Yeah, he
think?
pushed those deer really early. He pushed those deer at minute 2. He pushed 2 deer and then went off to find his resources, which is very risky when you've got Aztecs and Mayans in the game. But he did manage to get both boars.
Even more so though, what's more risky is the fact that look at the rush distance. Like if Vasilov just found like let's say 6 sheep and like a ball straight away, like and gone off straight away to Vince's space, he could have lost a lot. So high
Yeah,
risk, high
it was
reward.
a lucky thing that he didn't lose a lot of res there.
Yeah, very lucky indeed. Okay, so Josh is already coming out there from Vintage a lot earlier than Wasilov. He's already got 3 militias out. And this is quite nice because you can just send those 3 militias out. Again, the rush distance being so small, and then the other 2 will just follow up later. Because he saw that Barrett's coming down by the time his is already up. So he can apply the pressure very early. So what was about to go at red space? I saw an X for some reason. Nothing really, just going up.
Probably saying that he was on going on gold. I don't know.
Maybe. Is he going to gold?
Red is going to gold.
Yeah, okay, right. Oh, okay, so he's Vikings. Okay, now, okay, I'm probably must be terrible with builds, but from where I see it, like I would think we're going for like a an archer rush build, which is I think is what it's seeing here. Normally, don't you go for like a 1 farm, like?
You 1 farm, 2 farm. You can do both. Yeah, I would probably go 1 farm. One thing I would say is you should definitely have 2 lumber camps.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Because wouldn't you just like not have 1 farm and then have split for the lumber camps? Wow, Winchester Lame reported. What did Winchester Lame exactly? Did he lame something? Oh, he's palisaded the trees on
Yeah,
the.
palisade.
Oh, ah, boy, that's a late. Anyway, no, it's part of the game, I guess. It's just I accept boar steals now these days. But when it comes to palisading trees, I feel like they're going pretty extraordinary lengths. To...
It always amazes me that people don't do it on Black Forest. Is it like some I don't play Black Forest, so I don't really know. But is there some unwritten rule that you just don't do it on Black Forest?
No, people do it. It's just like I feel like I'm just concentrating far too much on trying to survive the first 5 minutes from like probably dying to like I don't know the 3 ball forward or whatever. I don't know. I actually have no idea really, honestly. I'm not sure if it's an unwritten rule. I think people just concentrate on like taking boars because like I don't know. Actually, do you know what? Fuck it. I have no idea.
Interesting.
that's my true analysis. It's fuck it. I have no idea. From now on, Tony, I will be laming every single palisade tree I could do.
I don't like Kites' buildings. If you look
Kaiser's buildings. Kaiser, red.
red at the bottom.
Oh,
Like
yeah, that's a bit weird.
he's almost funneling the attack into his gold pile,
Hmm.
which is sort of a strange thing to do. I don't know why. Like, yeah, it's further forward, but I would have made them between the gold and the cliff.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think the only thing maybe I don't know. I haven't been watching the side awfully too much. It's probably a bad thing, but I think maybe he was probably wary of a drush potentially, and thinks, okay, I'll build it a bit further. But even still, like the archery are quite far out itself, so
Yeah,
that still doesn't make
no,
any sense.
He knew that Repard was going scout, so
Hmm.
I don't know why.
It's
I
just
think he just didn't really think about it.
yeah,
Which is
probably.
a big mistake. Ooh, forward on the other side. Ariat has forwarded Ashbringer pockets.
Ooh, cheeky. That's pretty. I quite like that. I think that's actually a smart idea.
I don't.
Do you not? Okay.
No, because Ashbringer is Aztecs,
Mm.
and Aztecs are not very good in the pocket position. And so what Ariat has I mean, look, Ariat will win. Okay, let me say that first. I think Ariat will make it work. But speaking strategically, if you had 2 like even players,
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
I think this is a mistake because you're basically forcing the game to be you're giving the Aztec an advantage. Aztecs are better in archer wars. Obviously, they're better in normal feudal age fights, castle age fights that you normally have in Arabia. They're not good in the pocket position in team games because they can't make knights, they can't make plumed archers. So
Okay.
instead of having Ashbringer use the disadvantage of being Aztecs, he's giving him the normal situation where he's now just an Aztec player fighting a feudal war. Although he is castle age, going to castle age, but he's just an Aztec player fighting a 1v1, as it were, rather than using the disadvantage of Aztec pocket.
Yeah.
That being said, Ariat's going to make it work because he's a monster.
He's making it work quite well. I do actually understand where you're coming from. I think your assumption is correct. But at the same time, that's part of the game, though, don't you think? That like, yes, so technically you're on paper that shouldn't really work out, but it's all down to I think maybe partly more on execution, the player, and everything else like that. That's I think kind of like sometimes where it goes. Also at the same time though, we're looking at Wasserlift and Winchester. Man at Arms was done by Wasserlift, interestingly enough, and Archers too, but. Even villagers are getting committed. Like, I was just like completely like just like looking and they're like, oh wait a second, there's vills. Oh look at the micro from Winchester. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that was so good. Well, until now, but it was good. It was good. I can promise you. He was running circles around him and then picking off the archers and man at arms. He's gonna lose most of them now, but committing 3 vills from Wasserlov to take out some archers like that. Now that, of course, being in Castle Age as well,
Yeah,
hasn't worked out.
this game's this game's spiraling out of control for the non-Russian team. I think Valas is doing the more boom-orientated build with Hun Pocket. He's got 1 stable and 2 town centres. Ashbringer's ran away like 5-6 vills and is making a TC in a safer place.
All right, yeah.
Clever strategy.
Well, yeah, you know, it's like, well, okay, I'm committing quite a lot to this, and so on and so forth. And Ariat only got horse claw just now, again, because he's committed so much to the forward that this sort of happened. And the tower, again, was taken down, so I think you're kind of a not too shabby of a position, really, for Ashbring. It's not the end of the world. I mean, you're on 33 bills, yes, Ariat's on 38, but he's still got to click up. Like, that's the difference here. So, and you'd be on 2 TCs at this point. So you I think you're absolutely right here. I mean, all you need to do now, I think, for Ashbringer is just get another TC down onto that gold, if you can. Maybe get a Siege Workshop or something, or get some help from the other pocket being Valas. Like, a couple of knights will just do fine. And I think that's what he's going to do.
That's what they're doing.
How about for Kaiser? Yeah, look at this from Kaiser, by the way, on the left-hand side. Look at that tower of his. I mean, it's correct. I think he had to get the tower down, but he's... Again, just because I think if he put a barracks though and the archer ranges there, like you said earlier, that wouldn't be an issue.
If he'd walled further forward, he wouldn't need the tower at all.
Yeah, absolutely. He is going to put some pressure though onto Repard's base. Going to try and break through the palisade, but he will get pushed away by the archer skirm combo.
Wow, look at the TC Winchester's making between the two. That's a forward TC. Right in the main gold. The second gold between Wasluft and Winchester.
Wasluft and Winchester.
Oh, and Ashbringer's going for the TC that you said he needed to build, and Ariat is there with like 7-8 archers. He's losing a lot of fills. Oh, and he's given up on it.
Why? Oh, okay. Well, I think he had to just sort of actually commit to that in the end, honestly. Or get the Siege Workshop like he is. That was...
the Siege Workshop first, I know what you mean.
Like, in that situation, like, honestly, if you're not going to get much support from the other pocket, which is fine, like, if he's doing other things, that's fine. But, like, honestly, you have to do that one first in this occasion. You've got to get the Siege Workshop and get the Mangonel out, because then Ariat has to back off. You can't just sort of do both and kind of expect it to go well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's going to be all down to this Mangonel now.
I'm looking at the left-hand side right now. I am seeing Kaiser just camping the hill as archers. That's perfectly reasonable, but it looks like Repard wants to... Is there a gap in that archery range sort of wall off? Because it looked like he was just going to walk through it regardless. I don't know. It was kind of weird. But he's going to back off now. It was right by where Kaiser's... You know where Kaiser's base is? You know, the archery ranges? Repard just sort of walked down. Like, I think it was like auto-clicking, and then went... It looked like he was going to go through the wall, but he backed off when he was under attack, so... I'm not too sure. I want to know though. Anyway, it looks like a bit of actually a mount onto the hill here. The plumed archer is now getting involved. But the tower should provide enough protection, I feel. Okay, is there going to be a hole in the wall? Or is he just being...
What, between the range and the barracks, you think? Or
no, I think he's trying to go through the house.
Between the two houses as a whole.
Yeah, there's definitely between a hole and two houses. But then there's a TC there, so it's not really a big issue. So good defense so far from Kaiser holding off it. What has Valas been up to? Has he just gone for a straight boom, or like I don't see what
he's gone. He went to the other side. He sent like 4 knights to help Ashbringer.
Yeah, but even before then, though, I'm wondering what he's been up to because it's been a bit like. Has he put any pressure onto Hashuki's base? Oh, Shuki looks like fine. 47 bills, castles up, plug arch coming out, and now this is the point in the game where, honestly, I feel like it's gonna be quite tough. Like, is that sort of window where
Yeah.
the plugged arch is so mobile and that sort of mass where it's just and Baz hasn't got the husbandry or the +2 at this point where it becomes an actual problem for him to.
Yeah, I think everyone in the Russian team is ahead of their
Mm.
enemy.
I'm even looking right now.
Except for Ripard. Ripard is behind Kaita.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. But in this occasion, looking up top, sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's just this. Ooh, Mangonel's gonna get repaired. Go on, don't send it forward. Ah, okay, it's fine. Oh god, he did lose an archery range though, I believe. Did he lose two?
Yeah, he lost 2 archery ranges.
But he's got Mangonels coming out though, so it's not the end of the world. He should be able to hold on somewhat. Somewhat, anyway. Hmm. Winchester's he's got 2 TCs down, he's got the third one just coming up now. 49 bills, 242. So he's looking pretty comfortable. But he's got to be a little bit careful though, because that second TC that he built is very far out from his base. Yes, he's got a siege workshop up there very close by, but it won't take much for Wasilov to put pressure on, I feel.
Yeah, no, you're right. Especially if he can get mangonels and crossbows and up on the hill. I think rams were a mistake from Winchester.
Yes.
He should have done mangonels.
Yeah, that's I get the rams, but you need to have mangonels, I think, before then get rams if you're confident enough, basically, really. But look at this from Aria. It's got 2 monasteries and a siege workshop forward. Yeah,
Viking against Aztecs, and he's going monks.
yeah. This is a bit of an odd one. I think actually, when we think about this, it kind of does make a little bit of sense because I know it sounds pretty odd, but because the Valas is supporting here, trying to help Ashbringer, then the monks will try and convert the knights, I feel. Or it can be try and help to push on Wasilov here. If you can see.
Honestly, I think Ariat's just having fun.
Yeah, probably right. I'm just trying to make it sound, actually conceivable the way he's doing it. I'm like, Viking monks are just terrible.
I don't think I don't think it's a conceivable plan normally. But yeah, I mean,
Work with me, Tony. Work with me.
he's in a very good position.
He's gonna double team. They're gonna double team Wasilov here. He's got the 2 mangonels coming forward here, and the monks, and now also with the crossbows as well. And Wasilev's gonna get caught off guard here a little bit. It's like, oh crap! Like, what the hell? What's Ariat doing with monk siege on me? And that's gonna be so annoying because he just got denied 2 ranges as well. Oh boy.
I don't know what he wants to convert with the monks.
Oh.
So like, you're Ariat now, and you have like 6 monks there on that hill. Do you convert villages? Because you can't convert. You can't convert siege. He doesn't get redemption, so you can't convert the mangonels. So is he going to convert villages and waste the faith, and then if a military unit comes, he'll lose them all, or is he going to convert?
I have absolutely no idea.
Crossbows of Wasilov, maybe, I don't know.
This is where like Viking monks just make no sense in this game. It's like what's the only objective is to convert knights really, like, but there aren't any knights because it looks.
There are no knights.
Where is Valas? Valas has got 8 minutes. I think he's just focusing on a boom like Valas and then just try and go up. But even still, he's behind on bills to Hashuki.
Yeah.
I don't want to criticize Valas awfully too much because I'm not much of a better player. But I'm questioning. I haven't seen this impact this game. That's what I'm saying.
The strategy was 1 stable boom, add stables,
and
get the upgrades and mass knights. But he's a little bit late adding the stables. I think it's probably too late for his team.
It's not a bad idea. It hasn't worked out. I think that's the problem. He's only getting bloodlines now at 30 minutes. Now, that's honestly quite late if you're gonna go for like this 1 stable and into 4 stables sort of thing. Generally speaking, he's got the +2/+1, just not the bloodlines. Like, I would value bloodlines over +1 attack like every day, unless you're having other problems. But in this scenario, it should be anyway. Aztec monk siege out. It's gonna try and counteract this from. This is just really scrappy. 2 mangonels go down for 1, and a bunch of monks too, with only like 1 conversion. Yeah, that didn't go well. Oh he actually denies the conversion. Oh, that was well played there. Um,
Oh, big shot on the crossbows from Ariat.
that was a good shot.
He
In
lost
fact,
6 or 7 there, but
well, amazingly,
he's
yeah,
about to hit Imperial Age and he's going to go Eagle Warriors.
that's a
He can do
problem.
a lot of damage.
That's a problem, especially for Wassilov.
Yeah, he can do a lot of damage with these Eagle Warriors. Kaidse will be okay. Kaidse's just sitting in his own little world, happily.
What has Kaito been up to? He's
Stonewalling.
I feel like him and Repard just had a like, okay, but it's just,
Yeah.
we have our own sort of a game, we'll just do a bit of poking and prodding. Okay, you stonewalled. Okay, I'm pretty well walled as well with stonewalls. We'll just boom and go to Imperial. And in fact, Kaiser is up to Imperial, which I think is really important here, I think, because he should have to put a lot of pressure on to Repard, which will probably force Hashuki to devote a lot of time down here, I think.
I don't think he is going to be able to win them the game though. Just because I don't know what unit he can make that'll make a big difference. I mean, he's dropping a forward castle.
Berserks. Just go
Yeah,
full
I mean,
Berserk.
He does have a lot on stone. He
Probably-
might actually be thinking about Berserks.
Problem
No,
is,
he's just on
though-
leather- No, he's on leather archer armor. He's just gonna go Arbalest and
Yeah.
Trebs and Rams.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at his economy right now, and whilst it is 80 vills with handcart and everything, from very early on, it's just that it's not geared up for that sort of like Berserker strat, because it's just the farming eco is enough for like to get the upgrades in, but not enough to pump, let's say, like 4 castle like Berserks, because it's really expensive to like go full Berserk. It's
Well, the upgrades are expensive.
yeah.
The elite and the Berserker gang upgrade is so expensive.
Mm.
I don't know that they're that expensive to make. I'm not really sure, to be honest.
I think they're for the not the most expensive, but they are like not really cheap either. It's kind of those weird things. It's kind of weird. Where do we go to now? A little bit. Well, Ashbringer is got to Imperial Age. He has 101 pop, 96 bills. Pretty solid, I feel. He's recovered relatively okay. He's on par with Ariat, which, considering he got forward, not too shabby. It's just like one step behind, 2 steps behind here. And now I'm really looking to see what Valas has got up his sleeve. Well, he's getting raided by these Eagle Warriors. This is what I love to see, like just a couple of Eagle Warriors being sent to the base, just constantly harassing. He's got like 20 knights, but they won't do anything. Now they are, so... Oh, this must be so frustrating for Valas. He can't really stonewall much of his... Like, it's so open his base, he has to defend with the knights.
Very open map.
I guess the only thing you could probably do is just spam TCs, like, when you play Japanese, just like, you have like 7 TCs, like, just to cover your base.
Yeah.
Like, sort of thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But the Eagle Warriors are coming in now, and they've got +4, so they won't take much damage from the TCs, especially not without even fletching.
Oh yeah, that too. And even if they're going to TC, yeah.
+4 now.
Alright, well, looking at Ariad's got a castle coming forward, but it's sort of in between Ashbringer and Wassilov, which is very nice, which means it's going to be very difficult for Ashbringer to really help out his teammate. Which is very nice. And even look at that, Vinchester dropping another castle as well on the very close by, which again is going to lock this down. I really like this. It's just putting Wassilov into a very tight spot. He does have some room, I guess, to expand backwards, but it's still not that great either. Oh dear.
Few berserks from Ariat now.
Yeah. Alright, going berserks. Oh god. He's got it to Imperial, heavy plow game research along with it. But at the same time, looking now at what Kaiser's up to, he's got a lot of Arbalest, and here's Valas now with a Cavalier option. He still hasn't got the Paladin clicked for research yet, but still got a decent-ish number, +4 armor, +1 attack. But again, Repar's doing a good job in just delaying this, because there aren't any siege rams, so the stone walls will be enough for now to just delay. That's all you need to do, is just delay the game and allow for Hashuki to do his thing.
Yeah, I don't know quite how, but they're doing okay. The other team. Ashbringer and Valas are really doing okay, considering how behind they were early on.
Well, he's got a problem now though, because yes, he's got quite a large number of Eagle Warriors, but he's got +4 and +1, Whereas Vinchester's already got the Garland Wars research, and he's going to get the Blast Burns to finish it all off. So,
Yeah, and Hashuki's sending the Eagles into Ashbringer's base now. So Ashbringer's versus two people.
oh, such a pain.
Kind of, because of the slightly trolley army of Ariat. Yeah, I think he is going to go berserk.
The scary factor is, if we say he is sort of trolling, if he didn't do the two monasteries and played a bit more standard from the forward onwards, like, I don't know, like Rangers and then like more Siege, then God help, like, Ashbringer a little bit. But, yeah, it's...
He has, Ariat has like 10 crossbows in the corner to deny any trade or any future trade.
Didn't he did that last game as well? It's, again...
It's just really good team game awareness and good to do in team game.
Oh, and that...
He is sending bills to make markets for trade, but he's going to lose them to 3 wolves, which is unfortunate. Poor
guy. Meanwhile, though, looking at Wasser's place, it's so unfortunate. He overchopped, well, he didn't overchop, he chopped the trees down, of course, and then the Eagles came in from Winchester to start hitting the bills. Luckily, there's like Ashbringer sorted it out, but not nice. For a guy, kick a man when he's down, I mean, that's just awful. On the other side, how is Kaidza doing? Well, he's still pushing well. I mean, they got through the first layer, now there's another layer of stone wall. It's just that, oh my god, that is... I've just looked, that's a lot of Arbalest, holy cow, like, whew. It does need to get the chemistry, which would be lovely. He is missing that.
He's doing Thumbring currently. Does need chemistry, yeah.
Oh,
Is he berserk?
I just saw it being researched. Oh.
I mean, that's not even a troll anymore. Like, that is probably the best unit you can make.
Yeah, that is actually now a legit way to go from this. I mean, it's just, there's nothing much that Wasserlif can do. I don't know what Wasserlif's plan's gonna be. Like, if he even gets back into the game, right? He's just researching Wheelbarrow now, so it tells you like how bad. So not how bad, but how unfortunate the economy's been under. But what did he do?
Interestingly, though, he has more vills than Valas right now.
Oh yeah, he does. Valas has just been wrecked at base, it seems. I mean, just constant harassment from these. This is what I love what Hashuki does. He's not committing like 20, 30 Eagles. It's just like 4 or 5. Yes, they'll go down, but if you get like, what, 10 villagers or something like that with that, it's such a good trade, I feel, because, you know...
He's now going to clean the Arbalest as well. He has just, like, as you said that, he's just stopped doing what you said, and he has massed an army to go and kill an army, and that's GG, because their only hope is that Kaidza could push into the trade.
Yeah, he got the El Dorado. Like, what can the Vikings do, except for going berserk?
Kind of useless 5 minutes after the Imperial Age.
Yeah, and even then, like, how did the berserks really match up? I don't know for sure. I don't think they match up okay, I think. Like, El Dorado Eagles versus berserks.
Fully upgraded elite berserks would wreck Eagles, but he doesn't have fully upgraded.
That's the thing, yeah, you have to...
He has non-elite berserks with +1 defense.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Not great. Not good enough, unfortunately.
Alright, yeah, there's the GG.
Go and have some food.
Oh, so right, Tony, been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for dropping by. Cheerio, cheerio.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright, there you go, guys. Yeah, the chat should quit being bitch. Ugh. The chat should quit being quiet, guys. Thanks very much for Tony, of course. Absolute great guy, and I actually really do enjoy casting with him. He provides so much